Support metabolic and cardiovascular health and change your relationship with food in just 5 days with Prolon.
Right now, Prolon is offering Togethermess listeners 15% off their 5-day nutrition program. All you got to do is go to prolonlife.com/togetherness. That's MESS. That's Prolon, PROLON life.com/togetherness for this special offer. That's prolonlife.com/togetherness, MESS.
Yay Networks.
Hey guys, episode 50. Do y'all love my decorations if you're watching this on YouTube? Kind of cheesy, but I don't know. I just felt like we had to do something.
Well, I don't know if you could see, even if you're watching us right now, Jordan really decorated the ceiling. You can't see. She put up 50 and some streamers up there, and she did a good job. It looks nice. It looks really nice and festive.
Surprised. And then look at this. Okay, for those of you watching.
For those of you not watching, we have 50 signs for our 50th episode.
Up, and they kept falling, and I was like, they're gonna fall on our head. So I just put them down by our feet.
And the good news is that I'll be 50 in 4 years, so we can just save these guys.
Exactly. I'll put it in our front yard. Speaking of that, so you know how Jeff's birthday? Oh, your birthday was just like a couple weeks ago or a week ago or something like that. And the boys, or I forgot to buy Jeff candles, but the boys last year, their birthdays are 4 and 6. And it was perfect because you were turning 46. So I had a 4 and a 6 candle, and it worked out perfect.
Oh, that was smart. Look at you.
I know.
You're,
am I?
You grabbed the bull by the horns and decorated this yourself.
I'm more clear-headed.
You're becoming like such a suburban mom.
No, I'm just
your big
not.
tumbler.
Yes. Well, we look like we're going on vacation when people have the white parties.
So yeah,
everybody wears like the white.
We're also both wearing white. I did that on purpose. I wanted to be a little cheesy.
Yeah. Well, we have to be. It's our 50th episode. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for sticking with us. 50 episodes. We are just all over the place all the time, but love you guys and thank you for all the support. And if it wasn't for you all, we wouldn't be here. And so today we're going to talk just a little bit about Father's Day, and then we are going to just answer your Q&As that I put on my Instagram and just your questions, and because it's all about you all today.
I like it. Yeah. And you look really pretty. You look very
do?
Nice. Yeah.
What's up with you?
I don't know. I'm emotional these days.
Jeff's trying to get some.
Is it working? I'm drinking a little bubbly here. It's called dry botanical bubbly. It's just a cucumber water, but celebrating a little bit without alcohol.
Without alcohol. Well,
because I've had an alcohol-induced weekend.
I went and got him, what is your favorite? Reposado? Tequila. Yeah. And so I got him a card. So he normally doesn't, I'm talking about Father's Day. So Jeff normally doesn't like what I get him for a gift. He always returns it.
FYI, Happy Mother's Day, Jordan. Just
and yes, and I put your money back on your card, so you got your money back. You got your money back,
but I didn't get you a gift.
It doesn't matter. You can gift me something else later. So, where was I going out with my story?
Father's Day?
Oh, yeah, Father's Day. So I got Jeff a card, and I put cash in the card, and he opens it, and I did the same for his birthday, because Father's Day and your birthday are so close, and because I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to get him, and a gift card, I didn't even know what gift card to get you either, so he opens it, and the money falls out, and you were like, what are you, my ma? Because
what do you get? You're taking money out of our bank account and giving me cash to put back in the account?
No, that was my money that I got. And I was like, I went to the ATM. I thought you would be, I never carry cash ever. I only use a card. And I thought you'd be pretty impressed. Like, she went to the ATM and she put this in 2 weeks before. And so when he opened it, this cash fell out. And he's like, are you serious? What are you doing?
Jordan goes to one Italian wedding, and now all of a sudden she's in the mafia slipping cash to everybody.
Well, I told him, I was like, take that money, and because he kept saying he wanted crab legs. I was like, go to Costco, go buy your crab legs, go buy whatever, or go buy a shirt, or go buy whatever. I don't even know what he likes.
Crab legs are always a good
Buy
present.
something.
My mom sent a Costco card too. She told me,
funny.
and she's like, "Well, I want you to get crab legs."
It's cute. His mom will do cards, and she writes the date, just like how my grandparents do. And it's like, it's super cute. And she always has like a check in there or cash or something like that. So it just made me laugh when you're like, what? Are you my ma?
Well, Costco's a good. Maybe I'm getting older, but Costco's a great gift. Like that I'll always take Costco cards.
Jeff's like, we have to cut back a little bit. And I go, you can cut back on Costco because you're there every Friday.
Yeah, I do. I'm a little out of control because I'm like, I feel like I'm getting a deal, but then it's $400, $500, $600, you know?
By the way, a friend of mine, she called me the other day, and they booked a trip through Costco, and they are going to Mexico. And we are just going to miss them when we go. But she said it's like the price was too good to like pass up, so they're going. And I was like, oh, I always forget about Costco for trips.
I just got my tires changed at Costco.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Costco. And I saw this on the internet too, but they're like, you're getting older when you start looking at Costco clothes. Because I'm in there, I'm like, this is a nice shirt.
Yeah. Well, I like all their stuff because I like the athleisure
Yeah, they got good
clothes.
stuff.
They do. They have really good stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting old.
Oh, well, I mean, I feel it's funny. I bought a sweatshirt from there, and my dad's like, oh, Judy's his girlfriend. And he's like, Judy's got one. Because that's like, I feel like they're my dad's age people are the ones buying the clothes. My dad's in his 60s at Costco. And I was like, yeah, we got one.
Yeah, well, apparently in their 40s too.
But for Father's Day, we, do you want to share or do you want me to share? Do you want to talk about your day since it was about you?
No, go for it.
So we went fishing, and this spot, Jeff found this little hidden spot. I was like, where are we going? It looked like we were going to end up on an episode of Dateline. It looked like where somebody gets murdered and you dump the body. Like how you walk on that gravel. And then it was all woods. And then there was like for the train to come through. I was like, this is totally where at nighttime somebody's body gets dumped.
Raymond Berry.
And then some hiker or biker is going to walk and they're going to find the body.
You just walked right through that. I remember the name from Stand By Me. Wasn't his name Raymond Berry? You ever watch Stand By Me?
Uh-uh.
Well, that's why you just skipped all my references.
No, I've never seen.
I think that's his name. Maybe not. I might be wrong.
But we went fishing, and we were out there for a while. I felt like I got burnt. And Leighton caught, what?
10 fish? They each caught like 10 little bluegills.
Leighton was bawling, crying when we had to leave, like screaming. I didn't know he'd like fishing as much as he did because Jeff just bought him a fishing pole. And then after that, we left, went home, changed.
You're skipping through all the details.
We just went fishing. What details do you want? I just sat in my beach chair.
There's a lot of details.
Oh, then tell the details.
What do you want? You want to speed through it and then what?
Well, I don't know what exciting happened. Y'all caught fish.
Well, I was telling you my experience.
Oh.
First of all, how I found the spot was an Uber driver that looked like Santa Claus, and we got into fishing. And I'm like, man, I really need to find a spot. Because in Colorado, it's a lot of trout fishing. That's what people do here. They trout fish, and we take those trips that I talked about. But I grew up freshwater fishing. Don't pretend like you're not interested in this.
I'm nodding my head.
Okay. But yeah, I know you're thinking about something else. You're just nodding along. But I grew up like freshwater fishing, which is like bass and pike and bluegill and walleye, things like that. So that's what I grew up fishing. And I liked it. Trout are a little harder to catch. And especially for kids with a fly rod, it's a whole different game. But, I totally felt like a dad because I love fishing and I wanted to get out there and do a little fishing. But between them catching so many fish, I had to put the worm on, take the fish off.
You didn't get to fish at all.
I didn't fish at all.
And I didn't move. I brought my beach chair and I was like, have fun because I'm not touching. I felt so bad. You cut those worms in half.
They're worms. What's going to happen? I mean,
oh, you cut it and then
I did kind of feel bad.
And then it just moves. It like shrivels.
Sometimes you got to crack a couple eggs to make an omelet,
Well, I don't know. It made me feel bad. And then the hook how it catches on the fish and then you took it out. I was like, oh, I just couldn't. So I just got a suntan.
All right.
Keep going.
Oh, that was that was just a minor detail I wanted to film because I really felt like a dad because now I know how my dad felt. And I'm like, Dad, take this off. Dad, do this. And I'm like, he wasn't enjoying himself. He was just helping me out.
Yeah. I don't think you caught seaweed.
Well, I didn't really get a good shot at it.
Yes. And then, okay, so after fishing,
It was hot out there.
it was so hot.
Yeah, and then late
We
had a
had to
meltdown.
change because you kept touching all the fish. And we were going to go to this brewery, but Leighton was having a complete meltdown that we were leaving. So we went home to let them cool off for a minute. And then we went down to Morrison. That is right there at Red Rocks. And if you've never been, go to Morrison and eat. They have cute coffee shops. They have small little souvenir shops. And then go up to Red Rocks if you
We
ever
ate
go.
at this place, Tony Rigatoni's. I guess it's been there for a while, but listen, for Italian food in Denver, it
Yeah.
was pretty good. We just got like antipasto and stuff, like meat and cheese, and I got some mussels, nice burrata salad. But yeah, for a mountain town to have a good Italian restaurant,
It was good.
pretty nice. And they had Jardiniere there, which is it's a Chicago thing, But they had Jardiniere, and it was the best Jardiniere I think I've had in Colorado.
Yeah,
and
it
I
was
asked
good.
our waitress, I'm like, hey, do you guys make this Jardiniere in-house? And she's like, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
The Jardiniere. I'm like, she's like, you want me to ask? This is funny. She's like, you want me to ask somebody? And I was like, yeah, if you could, So then when it came time to give the tip, Jordan's like, should I leave 25% or 30? I go, she never came back with that Jardiniere answer. I go, 25. And then right when she handed us the check, she goes, hey, by the way, I looked into that Jardiniere thing, and she goes, nobody even knows what that is. So sorry. And then me and Jordan looked at each other, and we go, 30.
Yeah. We can
Even though we didn't get any information, but it was fun.
Yeah. And then after that, came home. Yeah. Sat on the balcony.
Yeah, my neighbor came over.
Yeah.
We hung out.
And had drinks, deep combos. We love deep combos.
I got into that bottle of tequila Jordan bought me, which was really good, by the way. I don't even know the name of it, but
I don't know. There's a guy at the liquor store. He always helps me and tells me what to get.
yeah. So
Well, he's like, what's good?
I got into it a little bit on a school night, which is something I really don't
Do.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Just wrapped up the night. And I could not sleep last night. I stayed up till 1 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah, I could not sleep. And I didn't want to take something because if I took it, I was like, I'm going to be groggy. It's already 1 a.m. I don't want to be groggy the next day.
Yeah, and I was a little drunk, and so I didn't want
So
to get
you were going to have a better sleep.
Oh yeah, I slept like a baby.
We turned on Gladiator and I looked to see if he was still watching. You're like, your mouth open, snoring.
Yeah, Gladiator is my movie to go-to movie.
Yeah, that's good.
But so I didn't want to get into our shows from yesterday because I don't know if you guys are watching. We always give I don't know why we always give things, but not Mayor of Easttown.
Yeah, isn't it Mayor of Easton?
No, that's the other one.
Mayor of Kingstown.
Mayor of Kingstown. There's two separate shows, both of them really good. But Mayor of Kingstown is a Sunday night, and House of Dragons came out, which you don't watch with me.
House of Dragons.
It's Game of Thrones spinoff. Game of Thrones is one of the best series ever made, ever. Hands down. But if you're not, but it's not. It's more than just like dragons and stuff. It's. I don't know. I went back and rewatched the whole thing, but now I want to watch. It's the season 2 of House of Dragons.
Okay.
You don't seem interested at all. But anyways, I didn't get a chance to watch that, but I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we're going to watch it tonight. We got things to watch.
Yeah.
I love it when we have things to watch.
I know. Why is it?
Whenever
it gets
we
me excited.
watch, whenever we run out of things to watch, it's like the most boringest nights because we just lay there, kind of talk a little bit, maybe not, maybe shop, on or look at stuff on our phone, and it's just boring.
Yeah, it brings you together.
It does.
Like when there's good, it's like the old school, like not must see TV, but like appointment television when people are like TGI Friday or something. Like you and the family would sit down and watch all that stuff.
I used to love TGIF. Okay, we are going to take a break. And then I have these questions. Like I was saying, this is about you all. And we are just going to spend the whole second part of this episode answering questions.
Because we're giving back. And if you're thinking we're having big guests on for our 50th, nope, just us.
Just us. Sorry, guys.
But we will pretty soon.
Togetherness is sponsored by BetterHelp.
All right, this summer, well, actually, not just this summer, all the time, we carry around different stresses, big or small. Sometimes you get bad news, and that might stress you out pretty bad. But it's summertime. We're going to enjoy it. And sometimes you just need to talk to a therapist to get you through difficult times, because life is just a wave.
Right. And controlling your emotions or your therapy in this situation is part of it, right? It's it could always be worse.
And it's worse when you keep them bottled up.
Absolutely.
And it can really start affect you negatively. So that's why it's always good to talk to somebody.
It always helps me.
And therapy is a safe space to get things off. And what is great about BetterHelp is you can switch anytime with a therapist. If it's not your vibe, you can switch and find a new therapist. That's so important.
Finding the right person is so important. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. Like Jordan said, it's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suitable to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. And this is the part you were talking about. You could switch therapists at any time for no additional charges.
Take a moment. Get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/togetherness today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/togetherness.
Okay, welcome back. Here.
Hold on, real quickly, I want to correct something. The dead guy in Stand By Me, his name was Raymond Brower, not Raymond Barry.
Okay.
You still don't know what I'm talking about, but
No.
I just pulled that out of nowhere, so I was pretty close.
Okay. Good for you.
All right.
Good job.
Want to keep our audience updated and educated, you know?
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to read these. Jeff, are you
we're doing questions.
Yes, we're doing questions. Jeff,
Who's the dead guy from Stand By Me?
Jeff, are you a romantic? You can be sometimes.
I wouldn't say completely. It's something that I have to work on, I think. But yeah, it's something I could work more on.
I'm not a romantic. I think it's cheesy.
Yeah, we're not too like.
We're not really affectionate people.
I think when people like hold hands, like when they're crossing the street, their relationships on the rocks, or they just started.
No, or some they just
Who holds
are.
hands?
People do.
All right, get
Some
over it.
people like that. It's like a bonding thing. It makes them feel loved.
Whenever you hold my hand, I'm like, how long am I gonna have to do this for?
I never hold your hand. So you don't have to. Jeff gets like a tap on the back, or like if, for instance, like Leighton's graduation, I might rub your shoulders for a second, or you'll just like tap mine.
Yeah, yeah.
But we're not. I've never been a very affectionate person, so it's on me too. Maybe that's why we get along and we're together.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
How does a couple get better at communicating?
This is like a therapy session.
Well, I'm going through. There's a lot.
How does a couple get better at communicating?
I personally think, well, this might not be the best advice, but I think you just have to sit on the couch together and you have to dish it out and get uncomfortable and say what's on your mind and say what's bothering you, and whether it hurts the person's feelings or not being rude, talking at like not yelling, but saying this is exactly how I feel, and I don't like how you did this tonight because I felt this way, and I don't like how you've been doing this, and then you give me your opinion, what you think, and then you talk it out. But I think if the other person's going to get offended or mad by everything you say, then that's going to make it tough to communicate.
Yeah.
But if you are just open and honest and you dish it out, I think that's the best thing to discuss, have debates. That's what we do.
Yeah. You got to get through the uncomfortable part of telling your feelings. But it's important to, one, share them, and two, receive it. You know, it's important for both people to do that.
Once you get that uncomfortable out of the way, it makes it easier to communicate every time. Because when Jeff does something that bothers me, I have no problem telling him it bothered me and made me mad.
She does it. So Jordan's pretty good at. I'm gonna put asterisks on the communication, or just telling me like it is. That's what it's not really communicating.
But I help you open up more, because you, when something's wrong, and keep it in your pocket. You go down low.
I put it way down deep in there. And
and I get it out. And then you'll be like, listen, I'm sorry. I'm just stressed about whatever. And then I'm like, okay, that's why you're being that way? All right, love you. And then we're done.
Yeah, and I think that's important too. Like, I got to get out of my own way, right? I want to fix everything myself. I don't want to burden anybody with my problems. You know, I want to be a man of some sorts and take care of my own thing without, you know, getting other people involved. But, you know, the older I get, that's not the way to go. You know, it stresses you out a lot. Communicating with you, you're such a great at that. It really helps the relationship and yourself, you know. I don't want to get too deep. I'll cry.
Jeff's very emotional this weekend.
Oh, boy.
So, okay, I'll switch it up instead of relationship, and we'll go back to it, because I have a lot of questions from you all. Do people often hook up in the Big Brother house? Maybe.
Oh. Well, I mean,
I don't know. I never paid attention. If you're wondering if we ever did, we never did anything.
No, we did. But I mean, I think you know if people hook up in there. It's filmed 24/7, and if they're making a tent out of their bed, chances are they're not.
I could never do that. I would have been mortified if my parents saw that.
Yeah.
I would be, and I would never want to do anything to embarrass my family or make them ashamed. Not ashamed, because they know everybody does it, but for everyone to see.
Yeah, that's not great to have out there. But people do, definitely. People definitely do.
Yeah, we just waited till we got out.
The day after we went out. Oh, thanks, CBS Party.
Those damn beers.
Dude, it was too much excitement with all the celebrities and free drinks and food. It was too much to bear. We had to finish the night off right. It was a long 3 months, though, to be honest with you. Are we done with this one?
Jeff followed me. I was like, where are you going? You can go back and stay with your brother. You're like, I'm coming with you. I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Okay.
Oh my God.
You know, like when it's new. Okay. Anyway, where is your bucket list vacation destination?
Oh, not vacation, definitely bucket list. I gotta go to Egypt. I gotta see those.
Pyramids.
Those pyramids for myself. I'm obsessed with like Egyptian shows, and it's so fascinating to me. So the whole thing, how they built all it. It's so in depth, more than you even know. Like the tunnels that they built.
You almost think there's aliens.
Yeah, I'm starting to. There's like conspiracies out there that they lifted these rocks with sound and stuff.
With sound,
like because they don't know how they did all that. I mean, it's incredible, the geometry of everything there. It's just endless knowledge if you go down that rabbit hole. And I love like watching that on National Geographic. I love specials on it. I love how the kings, you know, ruled, and how, you know, like it just, I could talk about it all day.
you should take your dad.
I'd love it.
I feel like your dad would be somebody that would be like, I love that. I don't know. I love pyramids. I would love to see Egypt, but it's a little far for me. That's something maybe you and your dad could do.
All right. So where's your destination? Myrtle Beach? I'm going to go look at the pyramids. George's going to be at the Rusty Whaler getting hammered.
Thirsty Beaver.
Is that a bar there?
No, there's Thirsty Beaver. Isn't that a bar here?
Thirsty Beaver.
Yeah, or maybe that is Myrtle Beach. I don't know.
I just made up that.
Molly Darcy's. That's where I would always go. It's an Irish bar in Cherry Grove.
What's your...
Antigua. like some Fiji, something like that.
Yeah, Fiji.
But that's a little far. That's just a lot of. That's very far.
You got to get out and explore.
I've never been to France.
Comfortable. This stupid sign.
Oh, but you can put it down.
Oh, are you guys?
I wouldn't mind going to like Paris or I've been other places, maybe somewhere like that. Like Paris doesn't seem too far.
The Olympics are in Paris this year. This
I don't
summer.
really care about the Olympics. I used to love them when I was a kid, and I just don't really care. The swimming I always get into.
Well, that's Summer Olympics, right?
I guess, yeah. Yeah. Yes.
There's a bar of the Thirsty Beaver in Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's where I know. It's a small, and Mick Jagger was there, right? That's why I know. Mick Jagger was doing a concert, and it's this tiny, tiny little dive bar, and somebody got a picture of Mick Jagger standing there, and that is where it is. Thirsty Beaver.
Is
yes.
in North Carolina.
And
That's right. We did it on the show.
And the owners would not sell, and they developed all these apartments around the tiny little bar. It's sad that Charlotte's getting so big. I hate it. And I don't even live there anymore. But I just hate it. It's just not the small little place it was. Any plans to sell your home in North Carolina? Will you get another opportunity to visit? So I rent out that house now. I've no plans on selling right now. And it's very sentimental to me, that home. And I don't know if I'm going to... We were supposed to go back in June, the 1st of June, but Lawson had an ear, nose, and throat doctor. So priorities. I had to cancel the appointment, even though my dad kept sending me pictures of the beach. I was so jealous. But I do love Myrtle Beach.
You do.
Anything the beach. You both have unique accents. I think you should both try to talk like each other.
Oh.
I
Jordan
don't.
always tries to talk like me.
I'm not good at it though.
I'm rubbing off. I mean, we've been together 15 years, so I think it's mutual. But yeah, I think I'm rubbing off a little bit on you.
I think you are too. And haven't been home in like 4 years, and my family, I'm not around them that much. So yes, my mom definitely. She's like, "What happened to you? What happened to your Southern accent? You sound like Jeff now."
Oh,
sorry.
She got mad about it.
Yeah, she probably did. She probably did. Know my mom.
What's wrong? Jordan's accent's changing. That Jeff.
I know. Jeff was saying the other night, I am just like my mom. Like we don't forgive. Jeff.
Do not cross Jordan or her mom, because you will be cut out. Out.
My mom,
not cut out a little bit, cut out.
my mom goes, Jordan, I'm really sorry. I taught you that. And she goes, but we are the same. I go, that is right, mother.
Sorry, I just took a big drink of this. Speaking of accents, Jordan got recognized yesterday because of your accent.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I never get recognized ever, which is, I don't care. I just don't care. It's always Jeff. And this lady came up to me, and I go, how in the world did you even recognize me? And she goes, I heard you talking. And I can't believe that.
I've been at stores, like from the other aisle. People are like, I heard you like yelling at your kids. I was like, wait, I know that voice. Like,
Audie's so funny.
they're like screaming something like, I heard you from the other aisle. And I'm like, that sounds like that guy Jeff from Big Brother. That's happened a couple times.
You want to hear something embarrassing? So we're at Father's Day. We're at a Breckenridge brewery, okay? And this guy came up. I never know. I'm like, do people, because like I was saying, people don't ever recognize me. And if anybody says anything, it's more so the podcast now. Like, oh my God, you're the podcast girl.
Which is
Which
awesome.
is great.
Yeah.
I love it. Jeff, though, always gets recognized because you're kind of like the local TV guy. You're like the local news guy.
Yeah.
So I never know anymore. I'm like, is it Big Brother or is it Daily Blast Live? But more so people just come to you. Oh, I watched Daily Blast Live. So This guy comes up and says he wants a selfie and talking. Well, Jeff had told me before, hey, somebody's going to come by and say hi. I was talking to these ladies in line, and I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like, I don't know. I guess I was thinking in my head, like, this is Big Brother people, like people that watch Big Brother. The guy had no idea who I was. And I got in the selfie with him and Jeff, and I was like, I feel like such a loser. And then I realized after, I'm like, oh my God, I should have. He probably was like, why is your wife not offering to take the photo? Which I would have, but I thought he came over because he watched Big Brother, but he watched Daily Blast Live. I didn't pick up on that till he walked away. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like such a nerd.
Yeah, well, it's understandable because I was in line and I was getting a beer, and we're at this place that had this beer, Peach Palisade. And I was like, oh man, I love peaches. So when I was waiting in line, this older couple was behind me, and they're like, I think I'm going to go with the Peach Palisade. I don't know what they got. And I turned around and I was like, go with the Peach Palisade. I go, I just had one. It's great. Try that. So we were talking, and then she's like, are you Jeff from Big Brother? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh my God, I thought that was you. And so we were talking, and I was like, Jordan's right over there. Come over and say hi. So that's why it was in your head already about someone coming over. So the couple came over with, was it their daughter? Very nice, right? We took a picture. Then some other guy comes up and he goes, hey man, I see you at our local grocery store all the time. And I was like, oh yeah, just come say hi, man. Not a problem, you know? And he goes, do you mind if I get a picture? And he was with his kids, and our kids were all over the place. So Jordan thinking, you know, because the last people were for Big Brother.
So embarrassing.
She goes, like, so oh Jordan stands up and it takes a selfie, and I'm like, and I goes, thanks, Jeff. And he goes, what's your name? To Jordan. And she goes, I'm Jordan. And he goes, thank you guys. And then he left, and Jordan looks at me and goes, oh my God, I just got in that guy's picture, and he didn't even know who I was.
And I thought it was for Big Brother, and I was like, he probably thinks I'm such a loser. And yeah. So, and then whatever, you were drinking, you're like, it's fine.
It is fine. We're at a beer garden.
Okay. Where would you move if you had a choice?
I love Colorado. I love it here.
We're staying in Colorado, but just
oh yeah.
Mine would be Ocean Isle Beach in North Carolina. That's where we're going if I had to pick.
Oh man, I don't know. Where do I want to? I don't know. Out of all the places I lived, I think I love here, Colorado, the most. I think it has a lot to do with my kids too. Yeah,
it's such a great place for kids. Jeff, what have you been auditioning for? What are your goals, dream jobs?
Oh, is this a follow-up from my failed audition last week?
Probably.
So last week, I hate talking about things that haven't happened yet, but that one I got excited for. It was a Peyton Manning commercial, which he does a ton of commercials in Colorado, and I've auditioned for a bunch of them. But this one specifically, like, they sent like a little thumbnail picture of like what the guy looked like, and he looked like me. And you know, I memorized my lines. I did it 100 times and took the best 2. I got myself too high on this. I'm like, I'm getting this commercial for sure. And then I thought me and Peyton Manning were going to be best friends, but I didn't get it. And there were some other things going on that it was more of a letdown than I anticipated. So no, I didn't get that, but I do audition like once a week, and usually I audition and then that's it. I don't think about it again till I get it, or I don't. So I haven't been doing great with commercials lately, but maybe I'm in my own head about it. I'll continue to audition for those things, but I love doing stuff like that. But what was the second part of that?
And then what are your goals, dream job?
I think the job I'm in right now is a dream job, but I would love to travel. You know, again, with the kids, it's harder, but to do a traveling show and you know, kind of like Anthony Bourdain, he was one of my idols. There's this guy, Somebody Feed Phil, I think that's what it's called. Mm-hmm. Phil Rosenthal. It's on Netflix. His job is amazing, and he's a super funny guy and very good at it. But I think since we're just dreaming, that would be a dream job.
I think that's a good answer. Somebody asked my cute shoes on the podcast. I wore these last time, so they're Converse shoes. Lawson just said to me yesterday, he goes, Mom, you got on your teenage shoes. I go, I do? He goes, yeah, that's what all the teenagers wear, and you look like a teenager. And I go, I'll take it.
Your Chuck tees, they're
Yeah,
back.
I love
They
mine.
never really went away.
I bought these actually in Santa Monica at 3rd Street Promenade at the, I don't even know if the Converse store is there. And then the toothpaste I was talking about, y'all all keep writing me about the toothpaste that made my teeth white. It's the Colgate brightening one. What is it called? Optic White. And it's in a red bottle. You can get it at the grocery store. They have it here.
Costco, baby.
Costco, you can get it in a bundle. So those. Why?
Nobody asked about my podcast shoes.
Somebody did say something I forgot the other day and said, why are Jeff's podcast shoes getting dirty?
No, I must have wore a different pair because these are sparkling white. And I never wore them outside I never wore them outside.
And then why are you considered high risk for breast cancer? So my mom's mom got breast cancer at 38, died like 2 months after her 41st birthday. No. Yeah, 2 months after she was 41 when she died. And then both my aunts have had breast cancer. And then you have to take this test, and then they ask you a bunch of questions, and then they give you a score, and I'm high risk. So I do it once a year. And I actually go and get my MRI done this week, and I am dreading it.
Why are you dreading it?
Because this machine thing is like this in your face, and it's so scary. And then 1 second, we're almost done.
We can take a little break.
Okay, let's take a break.
Yeah, because our kids just came down and, well, they're in it now.
So this is something that I believe in, and it's fasting to lose weight.
Oh, you are so into that. And that's all. I feel like that's what you see a lot on the internet. People on a wellness journey, people trying to be healthier, they always talk about fasting. And Prolon is one that is very popular. A lot of
Absolutely.
your friends post about Prolon.
Absolutely. But the good thing about Prolon, it's not a diet. It's a science.
And it all starts with Prolon's 5-day program, snacks, soup, and beverages, all designed to keep your body in a fasting state.
So right now, Prolon is offering Togethermess listeners 15% off their 5-day nutrition program. All you got to do is go to prolonlife.com/togetherness. That's MESS. That's Prolon, PROLONLife.com/togetherness for this special offer. That's prolonlife.com/togetherness, MESS.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Our kids, for some reason, wanted to jump in here, and since it's our 50th episode, we'll let you say something. But you wanted to be on here, and now you're all shy? What are you going to say? What?
What is your best part about summer?
Talk in the microphone.
Here.
Not that close, just right
Here.
there.
Probably the pool.
The pool?
The pool and picking flowers for my mom.
And then what is your dream vacation?
Mexico. The beach.
The beach? Myrtle Beach, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, how about this? If you could be one animal in the whole world, what animal would you be?
Cheetah.
What would you be, Layton?
A penguin.
Okay. That's a good one. Whatever you want to be, buddy. I support you.
I like penguins. Nancy otters.
You want to be an otter?
What have you been watching?
That's a weird one.
That's Zootopia.
You're like your mom.
Otters are cute.
They are cute. They are cute.
I like otters.
All right, if you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would you eat?
Salad.
Salad?
Carrots and ranch.
Carrots and ranch? What's wrong with you guys? Otters and carrots? Don't you want pizza or something?
And then Lawson, show your ring, because I know you wanted to show it.
So yeah, did he show that already? So this is Lawson's championship ring that he's very proud of for winning the championship
And then before you guys go,
for football.
because we have to finish these questions, and then you guys gotta go. Say something. What's your favorite part about our podcast?
Yeah, what do you love the most about our podcast? Say something nice.
Talking in the microphone.
How talking to the microphone?
being on the Daddy and Mom being on the podcast.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. That's how we're going to close it out.
But no.
You got anything else?
No.
Congratulations on 50 episodes of the podcast. Here's to another 50 more.
I got something else.
Go ahead. What do you got?
Say what do you want to say?
Yeah.
Come on.
Dead air is not a good thing, buddy. When you're on a when you're on a podcast and you don't talk, it's not a great look.
Yeah.
Going to the zoo.
All right, he's
Okay.
going to the zoo.
All right.
Yeah, because
Do you want to answer a
I
couple more
poop
questions?
every day.
All right, get out of
Okay,
here.
get
go,
out.
go, go, Great job, guys.
Good
we love you.
job.
Good job.
Go.
Okay, peeing everywhere.
No,
Go. Bye.
kids, like, you could just say poop or diarrhea, and it's like their closer on their stand-up special.
Okay.
Is it boiling down here?
No, I think it's just you.
Oh man, this
I
thing's
think
hot.
it's fine. Do you guys sleep in the same bed in hotels, or are you used to your own beds? Do you want to tell that story?
The one where you got two beds.
Yeah, Dice. When we went to Palm Springs, so when I booked our room, I originally booked 2 beds because I booked 2 beds, and then when we checked in, Jeff's like, "Why did you book?" Hang on, Leighton, you gotta go.
Yeah, come on, buddy. We'll pick it back up. So just read that question.
So when we went to Palm
Read
Springs,
that question again, so they could cut it.
sorry. Oh, do you guys sleep in the same bed in hotels, or are you used to your own beds? So when we went to Palm Springs, I booked 2 beds, and then Jeff goes, "Why did you book 2 beds? We only need 1 bed." And I was like, "Well, I don't know. I figured we'd sleep in our separate beds." And when we checked in, we're like bickering in front of the guy. Because Jeff's like, "Why'd you do that? That's weird." And I was like, "I don't know. I thought you'd want your own bed." And you were like, "No, that's just weird. It's just
It is
us."
weird.
I don't know. When do we ever sleep in the same bed?
Did we sleep in the same bed when we were there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
And the
did.
guy's like, "Well, you guys have 2 beds." I was like, "Oh, it's fine. I'll just like lay my outfits on that one." And we only just slept in 1 bed.
Yeah, that is weird.
No, I don't think it's weird. I mean, you do what you can. If the kids were with us,
Yeah, that's
it's,
different.
yeah, but still.
All right.
And then, what is the hardest part of doing the podcast?
I think we enjoyed doing the podcast.
I actually enjoy it. Maybe topics,
Yeah,
so we don't bore you guys.
Yeah, sometimes it gets stagnant, right? Like anything. But I mean, just talking to you is nice. And
Venting. Sometimes
Venting
when we're mad at
sometimes,
each
yeah.
other, it's good. It's therapy. Sometimes we get on here and we're ready to choke each other, but we get through it.
But the best part is like meeting people who listen to the podcast, and then they're like, "Oh my God, me and my husband, you guys are the same," or "Me and Jordan are the same," or "Our problems that you guys have are exactly the same." So being relatable to other couples, I think, is my favorite part.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then we'll do 2 more and then we'll close it out. What personality traits of each other do you see in your kids? Leighton just does weird things.
Yeah,
He's like
Leighton's
exactly
Jordan.
he's exactly how I was. I used to do the weirdest stuff when I was a kid.
He wants to be an otter,
Yeah.
and Jordan wanted to be a squirrel on Big Brother. So there's some similarities right there.
Okay.
And a penguin.
So what about Lawson?
Lawson?
Yeah.
I don't know. I see a lot of myself in Lawson. I see.
He's sensitive. Lawson's sensitive just like Jeff.
Yeah, he is. He is. And he's got a little bit of a temper, which already I'm like working on controlling. And he gets angry. And I'm like, "Buddy, you got to control your anger." And he's like, "I can't." But he's trying, he's trying. Lawson's a very good boy.
Yeah, he's a
And so
good kid.
They're both good boys.
And also not changing my last name. Jordan, has it affected you not changing yours? I remember somebody told me one time, "Oh, it's going to be so confusing when you have kids and all in traveling and all this stuff, not changing your name." No, it doesn't change anything. All it is a piece of paper when you change your name. That's how I feel. And I feel like Jordan Lloyd is who I am. I'm not Jordan Schroeder. I'm and there's no need in me to change my name. And Jeff didn't care. My kids have his last name. That's all. Because he's like, at least just let the boys have my last name. I go, of course. That's who they are. You know?
To be here, I think we've talked about this, but to be perfectly honest, the reason Jordan hasn't changed her last name is because it'd be too much work to change it back if we got divorced.
Yeah,
that's the real reason.
No, that's another reason. And I have a lot of stuff in my name in North Carolina.
Yeah.
So, what?
That's the real reason.
Yeah, I've seen what my mom and everything had to do to try to get her name back. That's annoying.
I know, but it's
why not
funny.
Just keep it the same? If nobody cares, it doesn't matter.
All right.
It doesn't change anything. You don't love me any more, any less. It works.
We don't have the same last name. We sleep in separate beds. Everything's great.
We love each other. Just eloped, but dad is secretly upset and disappointed. How do I navigate this?
Wait, what?
Just eloped,
Oh.
but dad is secretly upset and disappointed. How do I navigate this? You're better at advice than me.
Well, this is becoming like what's that
This
lady
is the
named?
last question.
Dear Abby? Is this a Dear Abby segment?
Yeah.
So sorry, do it one more time. Just eloped. You don't have to read it exactly.
But dad is secretly upset and disappointed. How do you navigate that?
Oh. Well, I mean, I think your dad has to navigate it. I think he needs to get over it. I mean, he's probably, I'm not saying that like rudely. I'm saying he's probably the one who, if you're happy in your marriage, he's probably the one who's going to have to accept that. But he might be hurt because he wasn't invited to the wedding, and he wanted, I think for a dad to have a little girl and give her away, that's a special moment. So he might be emotionally hurt by not being there. Maybe it's not even the relationship. Maybe it's his emotion towards you. So maybe we were talking about communication earlier. Maybe sit down and talk with him about those feelings, because then you could get down to the root of what the actual problem is.
It's hard. Family.
That was great
hard.
advice.
That was good advice. It's hard with family. Like with, I don't know, just family is hard. Last one, not a question, but congratulations on 50 episodes. I cannot thank you enough.
Thank us enough?
Well, that's how we're ending. I just want to say thank you to all of you who continue to listen, subscribe, download, tag your friends, all that good stuff. We really do appreciate you. And this podcast would not be what it is without you all listening and watching. Thank you for always being so kind and continuing to watch.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. It means a lot to us because we, like I said, we do this for fun and it's like a little hobby. But it's gotten bigger, as the months went by. So 50 episodes is a good accomplishment. We have 500 more or whatever the number is. But yeah, so I really want to just thank everyone because we wouldn't be doing it if we didn't have listeners. So,
as long as you guys like it, we will continue to do it.
Yeah, and if you see us at a beer garden or out and about in Colorado, come take a picture, but just let us know you want us both in the picture.
Yeah, be like, don't know who you are. Daily Blast Live is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, that was funny. But yeah, truly thank you guys because it means a lot. 50 episodes is a feat, so thank you.
Yes. All right. Have a good, great. I sound like Tony the Tiger. Have a great week.
We just lost some listeners. All right.